Ryan, just run me through what your feelings like at the end of that game, because it got very frenetic.
Yeah, it got pretty tight at the end there. I think the boys got every point in the last 4 weeks that they deserve. They've worked very hard for every point, and tonight was no different. I thought a couple of referee decisions went against us tonight, and it cost goals against us. But we fought through it, and got a massive win.
What do you think Telford's tactics were to come here? Because it looked like in the first period they were trying to outmuscle you, trying to outfight you.
Yeah, I think we're obviously short bench, so they're going to go like that, play like that. Try and get our guys in the bench. We're on a penalty kill, we tires us out quicker. So we knew that was going to happen. I think the system they play and the system we play suits us. So I think it works in our favour every game we played so far.
You talk about team toughness. You talk about desire. You saw a lot of that on the ice tonight, didn't you, from your side?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a few guys were ready to step up and do their job tonight, fighting wise. But for us, it couldn't happen. I think it would have left us too short, too tired, and a couple of guys had to bite their tongue and hold their gloves on at tough times. Like Stevie getting hit. But it was just a part of the game that we had to suck up tonight.
How important was that discipline?
Oh, very important. We can't. If we'd played, if we'd started taking more penalties, they're good on the power play. We know that. And again, we just tires us out. And I think the boys were, so tired the last 8 minutes. I kept saying to them, 8 more minutes, 7 more minutes, 6 more minutes. We just got to keep going. And to be fair, they did. You could see that our gas was kind of gone at 8 minute mark, but they did what was needed for the win.
43 goals now in your last 7 matches. The offence, we know is great. We know you're great going forwards, but looking at your defensive display tonight, especially in that last period where I think everyone was throwing everything they had in front of everything. Thomas Malazinski, he was just trying to save it with his knees at one point. I mean, defensively, you can't be prouder than the way they performed, especially in the last period, can you?
No, absolutely, because we play a kind of defensive system anyway, especially when we've been short bench, we've really played it. Lee Richardson, I think, has been absolutely outstanding for us this year. He's played in every position needed. And again, tonight he was outstanding in defence. Our defence was great, but our team defence was great. Everyone was behind the puck, everyone was had good body position to the net, and that's all you can ask from him. I thought that our defensive core, was great tonight.
And when it comes to your work in the corners, I saw the Telford coaches at the end of the second period. They were talking about how do we stop them doing this in the corners, left, right, and centre. They couldn't contain you, could they?
No, you look at our forward lineups when we play the forwards. It's too much for a lot of teams to handle. You got a guy like Aaron Nell on the team that helps you. You're going to get a goal every night. And Thomas, Jan, all of them, everybody's playing so well right now, and they're playing for the team. That's Jonas has come back a grown-up, more mature person, and he's playing great for us right now. So I can't say enough about good things about them. We started a little bit rocky. I just said then we started a little bit rocky, but now we know how good we can be, and we've got to take that into the second half of the year.
Do you think you've got in Telford's heads now?
Yeah, I think so. We're probably in a couple of guys' heads, a couple of teams' heads. But Telford, like I said, they play a system that suits us.
And you talk about being short-benched. You've got a bit of a break now, not as many games coming through. Is that going to help you get some players back now the GB under-20s is pretty much finished?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The boys, obviously, they've got a break. Well-deserved. The imports get to go home and see their families for Christmas. Obviously, we bring the other guys back. I think some guys have stepped right up this year in the last 3 or 4 games. So the young boys have got to come back in their spots again. There's no doubt about that. Adam scored a huge goal for us tonight, young lad. He deserves ice time for me in the future. So it's good. It's great. It's great to have that competition coming back after Christmas on a high, and with the young boys obviously winning a gold medal, which is unbelievable. Bringing them into our lineup as well. It's got nothing but good.
There must be part of you that wants the games to carry on and keep this momentum going.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think after tonight, you could see that 8 minute mark. Guys need a week's rest now. It's even last night in practice. I let it go because of the ice time we've logged up, but it was a little bit flat, and I said we can't start like that tomorrow night. And to be fair, the boys didn't. They played outstanding.
In all fairness, Ryan, 8 minutes to go, you were looking a bit knackered.
Yeah, I think so. I was tired of refereeing decisions.
I will ask you quickly about refereeing decisions. It looked to a point to me like the referee had lost control. How were you feeling from where you were standing?
I think when a goalie gets ran in a game and we get a holding penalty, I just can't see where that came from. I think there's 2 or 3 penalties tonight. I think one of theirs at the end as well, the hit from behind or whatever she called, and give someone a 2+10. They're not those penalties, and that's the frustrating thing. But tonight we fought through it, and I obviously got a penalty. I lost my temper tonight with her, and I just didn't think it was a great performance from her, to be honest.
I'll just ask you one last thing. Was Jan Kostel trying to go for the record of wearing the most shirts in one game?
Yeah, he's. They kept trying to get him out of the game because of the blood on his jersey. He took a high stick in the early on, first 5 minutes. Obviously, wasn't called. He's probably going to go to hospital now and get 6 or 7 stitches in it. But he's a warrior. He's obviously bleeding all over himself. But he had to keep changing jerseys because of blood.
How do you celebrate tonight?
Well, we've obviously got the next 10 days off, so I might not be until the morning.
Go and have fun with the lads.
Thank you very much.